Hello, hello. Okay, let's wait a bit for everyone to join in and connect their audio. Okay. All right, seems like everyone has connected their audio, so let's start this workshop. Okay, so I'm Lee and welcome to PAW Workshop. So this workshop gonna be recorded and posted on our YouTube channel, so you guys can check out the video afterwards if you guys miss anything. All right, so for you guys who don't know what the PAWs are, so let's check our website. So here are the websites of the PAWs and TUGTI. If you guys want to book our sessions, you guys can book it here on campus and online academic advising. So we are students just like you guys, and we are trained to help you guys with academic writing. So this is the website. And for the online academic advising, there will be a password needed to reserve. So it is a key file. Okay, so that is about us. So let's introduce ourselves a little bit. So I'm Lee, and I'm from Hanoi, Vietnam. Currently, I'm a third-year student majoring in business economics. I joined the PAW program from spring 2022. So that is my second semester at PAW. So that is about myself. And now let's see the contents of today's workshop. So firstly, we're gonna have a warm-up session, and then we're gonna have the benefits of paraphrasing. So, right, in order to know why do we need to paraphrase, we need to know the benefits, right? And then we're gonna go into the ultimate 6 paraphrasing strategies, and then we're gonna practice. And then lastly, the Q&A and attendance records. So in order to be counted as having attended this workshop, you guys will have to fill out an attendance record form, which will be provided at the end of the workshop. So please be active and stay until the end of the workshop, okay? All right, so let's move to the first part, which is warm up. All right, so here is the warm up session. Try to paraphrase this sentence. People in TAU often go to the cafeteria or buy kebab rice near the student lunch during their lunch break. So let's try to paraphrase this one to what you understand about paraphrase. So maybe changing the words a little bit and keep the original meanings. So let's try to paraphrase this one in 45 seconds. You guys can answer into the Zoom chat, okay? Please try to paraphrase this one. Maybe changing some of the words. And then we're gonna check it together. Any ideas? So for instance, you guys can see like to change maybe cafeteria into other words, maybe like campus canteen, or maybe changing people in TIU into students and teachers. So let me give you an example of how to paraphrase this in order not to be overwhelmed. So like this. So after morning classes, TRU students and teachers often have kebab rice near the student lunch, near the student plaza, or enjoy their lunch at the campus canteen. Oh, I'm seeing a message here, a direct message. Thank you, Eugene. During lunch break, students usually go to the cafe or buy kebabs near the student lunch. Good. So I can say that you are changing this. Very good. Students and then cafe and buy rice kebab. You can also send it into the everyone chat for everyone to see. All right. Very good. So that is a little bit of the warm up activity. And now we gonna move to a discussion. So let's discuss what is paraphrasing and what are some problems that you guys are having when paraphrasing. So here we're gonna use a Jamboard to do this. So this is how the Jamboard look like. For people who used to study Japanese online, this is really familiar to you guys. So here's a Jamboard. You guys gonna fill in what is paraphrasing in this column and the problems you are having when paraphrasing this column. So how to use it, just do it like this, sticky notes, and then add something. And then it's gonna appear here and you guys can change like big or small in here and move it around. Okay, I'm gonna send a link to you guys. Oops, let me share the link to you guys. And please access this Jamboard and fill out these ones. So I'm gonna give you guys about 1 minute or two. I think maybe two is gonna be fine to do this. Okay, seems like you guys are going in, so please fill out only this page, not this page. Okay, only this page, and fill out the questions and your answers here. The definition of paraphrasing and some problems you're having. So I think I'm gonna give you about one or two. Just anything to what you understand. Okay, I will turn more another minute. Okay, 1 minute left. Let's see. Wow, there are a lot of definitions that you guys are having right now. Saying other people's ideas in your own words. That's true, that's really true. Expressing the author's idea with our own words. Deliver the author's message in my own words. Rewrite a sentence changing the word structure without changing meaning. Writing original sentence in my own words. Okay, 2 minutes is up, but you guys can still continue adding this. If you guys have any other ideas, great. For some people who have just joined, we are discussing this Jamboard. Okay. So mostly for the definition of what is paraphrasing, I can see a lot of keywords here, like own words, original sentence, message. So mostly we are changing some of the words in the original sentence to what you guys understandings, right? And kind of deliver the message in a different way. So it seems that you guys really understand how it is like to paraphrase. Very good. So some problems that you guys are having right now. Finding synonyms immediately. Yeah, sometimes it's really difficult to find synonyms immediately, right? Because you guys have to have a kind of variety of vocabulary to do this and use reporting verbs. True, like state and comment and discuss how to make it shorter and concise. Mhm. And misunderstand the author's ideas. This is also very important that you guys need to understand what the authors are saying in order to paraphrase. So we will tackle these problems in the workshop today. Okay, let's continue. So for the definition of this workshop, of the paraphrasing, let's find it through this workshop. So a small hint here is that it's gonna be hidden in the examples during the exercise that we're doing. Okay, so in order to know why we need to paraphrase and we need to understand the importance of paraphrasing, how does paraphrasing help us? So these are the three main benefits that I think are very important in paraphrasing. So as you guys have learned APA citations, there will be direct quote citations and paraphrase citations. For direct quote citations, you guys will have to put it in quotes. And you guys will copy the same sentence from the authors and then put the name and the year in the sentence. But for paraphrase one, you guys have to change it. And this one will avoid plagiarism on Turnitin. So on Turnitin, if you guys use a lot of paraphrase in-text citations, the plagiarism rate will not be too high. And then secondly, paraphrasing helps you to express your understanding from sources. So in order to paraphrase, you need to understand the sources, right? So how can you paraphrase if you don't understand it? So it's going to prove that you understand the sources. And then thirdly, paraphrasing encourage your critical thinking skills to analyze sources. So as you guys might have learned, the Texas paragraph, topic, explanation, example, analysis, and significance. So these paraphrasing help you in the example and in the analysis part, in which you will provide your understanding in the source and make your paper more impactful. So these are the three main benefits. Remember, avoid plagiarism, show your understanding, and source analysis. So these are the benefits. Three main keywords, easy to remember. Okay, so let's move to the main part of our workshop today, paraphrasing strategies. So there will be 6 main paraphrasing strategies that we will cover in this workshop. So this is the mind map that I made, adapted by Lee. So this is a mind map that I made for paraphrasing strategies. So the first one is synonyms. And then the second one is antonyms. So words are similar and words are opposite, right? And the third one is change voice. What does voice mean here? Voice is changing the passive voice to active voice and reverse. And therefore change word form. So noun, verb, and adjective. And the fifth one is combine and split sentences. And then the sixth one is move phrases. So try to move phrases around, play with words. So a note here is very important. A good paraphrase uses at least 2 different strategies for paraphrasing. If you use less than 2, you may be in danger of plagiarizing. So I'm not saying that if you're using less than 2, you are cauterizing. No, no. But if you use less than two, you may be in danger of it. So why don't you like play the safe way and try to combine these strategies? So maybe using synonyms and change word form, or like antonyms and combine split sentences. So combine the strategies. So let's go into detail. The first one, synonym. So synonyms here is change some of the original words for synonyms. Let's look at the example here. Paraphrasing involves taking a set of facts or opinions and rewording them. So this sentence is taken from this source. I'm just providing the source here. And in order to change, we need to find the keywords. And the words can be paraphrased. So we're gonna paraphrase it into this one. So this is a revised version. I'm not saying that is paraphrased yet because we only use one strategy, right? So according to Bernard and Birch 2014, this is the name of the author here. And paraphrasing is the activity of writing the original ideas in a different way. So you guys see here, the activity of is paraphrased from involves. Original ideas is paraphrased from a set of facts or opinions, and rewording them, it is writing in a different way. So we're using synonyms. You can see we're using synonyms here. And this is a revised version for it. So a tip here, remember to change content and function words or words that are not complex terms. So, what do you mean by content and function words, Lee? So, yes, content and function words are like words like this, involves. So it can be paraphrased into like consists of, includes, right? So it's easy to paraphrase these words because it's only content and function words. And complex terms here, what are the complex terms? So the complex terms are words like name of the disease or like name of something really related to your major that cannot be paraphrased. So those kinds of complex terms, we're gonna keep them and only change the content and function words. And also, I can say that you guys are saying you guys have troubles in finding synonyms. So you guys can use dictionaries, such as like Oxford or Merriam-Webster and thesaurus to find synonyms. I prefer thesaurus a lot because they provide you with a wide range of synonyms and also antonyms. And speaking of antonyms, that is our second strategy. Antonyms. Antonyms mean make the opposite verb negative. So we have a source here and a sentence from this source. When paraphrasing, it is important to keep the original meaning. To keep. What is the opposite of the to keep? Not to lose. Keep and lose. So this is the name of the authors, 2015, stated it is important not to lose the original meaning when paraphrasing. So this is paraphrase or not? Not yet. This is only the revised version because we still keep a lot of same words from the original ones. So here, paraphrase by using strategy 1 and 2. So synonyms and antonyms. So the authors, 2015, stated it is crucial not to lose the original ideas in the process of paraphrasing. Crucial is paraphrased from important, not to lose here, and original ideas is changed from original meaning, and in the process of is paraphrased from when. So you guys can see the 3-step here. First, choose the original sentence. So like choose the sentence that you want to paraphrase in your sources. And second, revise them, maybe using one strategy first. And then third, you're going to combine them with another strategy. So 3 steps. And if you guys get used to this after, you guys can only do it right away. And here is a small tip for finding antonyms. So you can use dictionaries such as Thesaurus and Antonym.com to find antonyms. These are all websites online. And let's move to the third one. We learned about synonyms, we learned about antonyms. Let's think about the sentence structure and the grammar. Change voice. So a tip here that I have to mention first is change active voice into passive voice when the subject does not need to be mentioned. So for example, my car is fixed maybe by the electrician, kinds of that. So of course it's gonna be fixed by an electrician or some people who can fix a car. So my car is fixed is a good sentence that is good enough. So, okay, make active sentence passive and passive ones active. So maybe change them two together. And the example here is the writer presents the original idea in the new form. Of course, a writing is written by a writers, right? So we gonna make it into a passive sentence. The original ideas was presented in the new form. And remember to include the authors and the year of publication here. Claimed that the original idea was presented in a new form. So let's combine them with strategy 1 or strategy 2. So it's gonna turn into this one. So we're using strategy 1, synonyms, and strategy 3, change voice. So the author 2016 claimed that the original opinion was rewritten into in a different way. So original opinion is paraphrased from original idea and was rewritten. This change from was presented in a new form turned into in a different way. So you guys can see a difference here. And this is the paraphrase version. So we have learned 3 strategies. We're halfway through. So synonyms, antonyms, and change voice. So let's practice a little bit. So this one I'm gonna give you maybe a longer time. So let's see if you guys like 1 minute to do this. So the students requested that the professor excuse her absence, but the professor refused. So please paraphrase this sentence and type in the chat. You guys can type in everyone chat to show others too, or you guys can send me a direct message if you guys are shy. Okay, so let's give you guys 1 minute. I'm gonna change it into 1 minute instead of 45 seconds. Please try in the chat how to paraphrase this sentence. 1 minute start now. So remember what we did? So we kind of see the keywords, what are the content and the function words. And then we're gonna try to change it by using synonyms, antonyms, and we can change the voice of it. So turn this maybe into a passive voice. Well, let's try doing this. I have found one answer here. The request by the student to excuse her absence was refused by the professor. Very good, thank you, Gladys, if that's your name. So he is changing this into a passive voice. Very good. Okay, let's see if anyone have any other ideas. Thank you, Umam. So the absence excuse request from the students was declined by the professor. Good. Absent excuse request. So you are putting absence to the beginning, and you are changing refuse into declined. Very, very good. And thank you, Yuzi. The instructor was asked to ignore a student's absence but neglected. Oh, okay. The instructor was asked to maybe check a student absence or neglected the student's absence. Very good. You are using different words. The professor denied the student's request for her absence. Very good. Thank you, Lee Hansen. Okay, you are changing refuse into denied, and you're putting the professor first. So I can see you guys are not only using synonym, antonym, and changed voice, but you guys are also changing the sentence structure. Thank you, you guys. All right, very good. So let's see one example, one paraphrase example. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is only one example, one approach to paraphrases. The student's request for an excused absence was not approved by the lecturer. So yes, we are putting this into a passive form. So refused, so was not approved. The professor became lecturer. But this is only an example. You guys can paraphrase it into a lot of different ways. And I have seen that you guys are doing it in a lot of different ways. Thank you. Okay, so let's move to the second half of the workshop. The fourth strategy, change word form. So change parts of speech. Change nouns into verbs, verbs to adjective, or adjective into nouns, into verbs. So in short, change noun, verb, adjective for each other. And the tip here is also use dictionaries to make your vocabulary like wider. So use maybe wordhippo.com and wordreference.com. So these websites are very useful in finding family words like important, importance, things like that, because they're gonna provide you with family words. So let's check the example here. This sentence is taken from this source. Writers can learn how to manipulate language for their own benefit. So another sentence about paraphrasings, right? So the revised version, we're gonna choose which one to change the word form. So I'm choosing manipulate language into language manipulation. So verb into noun, and benefit into beneficial, noun into adjective. Writers can learn language manipulation, which is beneficial for them. And then, of course, in-text citations, the author names, and the year of publication. So this is the revised version. How can we combine them with another strategy? Ta-da! Paraphrase by using strategy 1 and 4. So if you guys still remember, strategy 1 is synonym. And then 4, change word form. Writers can gain insights into language manipulation, which is beneficial for them. Gain insights here is change from learn. And then language manipulation and beneficial, we just did it. So that is the paraphrase version. You guys can see there are a lot of different approach to paraphrase this using different strategies. And the new sentence is a whole nother different version of the original sentence. Okay, so that is the 4 strategies. And then the 5th one, combine and split sentences. So what does combine split sentences mean? So combine shorted phrase and sentences using connecting words or clause, like but, because, or as, since. Split wordy sentences into shorter ones. So maybe this sentence is too long. You can split it by using a period or using semicolon. So in short, that means make short sentence into a longer one, and then make longer one into smaller ones. And we have an example here. Paraphrasing is a skill students need to learn. It is an important part of writing. Oh, these are two short sentences. So let's combine them. Very easy. Using the word as. So Kochak and Barzilay 2018, this is a source, stated that paraphrasing is a skill students need to learn as it is an important part of writing. So as here, it is the connecting words. Or you guys can also use because, due to the fact that. So those are the connecting words showing the relationship, the connection between these two phrases. And then we're gonna combine this strategy with another one. So wow, now we're using three strategies, 1, 4, and 5. Strategy 1 is synonym. Strategy 4 is what we have just learned, change the word form. And strategy 5, combine in split sentences. So the authors 2018 stated that students should learn how to paraphrase due to its importance in the writing process. So should here is changed from need. How to paraphrase is changed from paraphrasing. Importance is a noun version of the adjective important, and writing process is changed from part of writing. Oh, so what we just did? We just did like three strategies at the same time. It doesn't look that hard, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3 steps. And you guys can see the third version is far different than the original one. Okay, so that is the fifth strategy. Then let's move to the sixth one. The sixth strategy, move phrases. So this is pretty interesting. So we're playing with the words, we're playing with the phrases. So move parts of a sentence to change the sentence structure. So let's see the example here. Many students aren't able to paraphrase well without using a dictionary. So we're gonna change this here. So the authors 2019 found that without using a dictionary, many students aren't able to paraphrase well. So they're moving this one into the beginning. So you guys can move like, for example, because I love pizza, I often go to Caesarea restaurant. So we can move like, I often go to Caesarea restaurants because I love pizza. So we are changing the orders of the phrase. Oh, and for you guys who don't know, Caesarea is a restaurant that sells pizza. It's really good. Also in the Kawe station. Okay, so come back to the paraphrasing, shall we? A paraphrase by using strategy 1, 2, and 6. So synonym, antonym, and move phrases. The authors 2019 found that without the assistance of the dictionary, a number of students are incapable of paraphrasing efficiently. Assistant here is changed from using. A number of is changed from many. And incapable is the antonym of able. And efficiently is changed from well. Okay, I'm got it, Lee. You see the three steps, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that is the 6 strategies that we have just learned. First one, synonym. Second one, antonym. The third one, change voice. Fourth one, change word form. Fifth one, combine and split sentences. And sixth one is move phrases. So now we're gonna practice a little bit. So try to paraphrase this sentence. students can improve their English academic writing skills by joining PAW advising sessions and workshops. So please paraphrase this one and send it in the chat like you just did last time. Okay? And you guys gonna have 45 seconds to 1 minute to do this. Time start now. Just remember what we just learned. And you guys can send me directly or you guys can send to everyone if you guys want to share to everyone. Okay, I'm getting some answers now. I'm gonna give you guys another 45 seconds for people who haven't paraphrased it yet to answer. Okay, good. Students can develop their English writing skills from the PAW workshops. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Lee Hansel. PAW advising sessions and workshop help students to increase their academic writing skills. Good. You are changing the second part to the first part. Using students' writing skills can be developed by PAW sessions participations. Oh, very good. You're using another word, participations. Great. Students' writing skills. Okay, I can see you guys are using a lot of different strategies right now. You guys are changing noun to verb. You guys are using synonyms. You guys are changing the sentence structure. Okay. Let's move to an example. So the PAW program, which consists of advising sessions and workshops, can help students enhance their writing skills for academic papers. So just like you guys, I'm using some of the synonyms. So for example, enhance is a synonym of improve. And then academic writing skills turn into writing skills for academic papers. And PAW is a PAW program. So that's just one of the examples. All right, so since you guys have just learned the 6 strategies and practice the exercise a little bit, now let's move to a little bit more difficult exercise part. But before we move to the exercise part, do you guys have any questions relating to the 6 strategies that we have learned? Are there any points that you guys are still not clear of? If you guys have any questions, you can ask them now, and then we're gonna address this before moving to the next part, that is the exercise part. And then, okay, seems you guys are doing fine, right? I will repeat the 6 strategies before we move to this exercise part. So, the first one is synonym, second one is antonym, third one is change voice, passive actives, fourth one is change word form, noun, verb, adjective. Fifth one is combine sweet sentences, and the sixth one is move phrases. Okay, since you guys are ready, let's move to the exercise part. Ta-da! Exercise part. Okay, so this one is a little bit more complicated. So please just start working on this. It is taken from a consumer report, so it is a little bit more complicated than the example we just did, but it's gonna be more familiar to you guys because you guys are reading academic journals and sources, right? So let's paraphrase this. The underlined words are the key information, but this can be paraphrased. So, for example, bicycling deaths can be paraphrased into like fatalities related to bicycle accidents. So these are the important information, but these are the content and function words that can be paraphrased. So please work on this. You have 2 to 3 minutes. So I will read this part for you guys once, and please paraphrase it and send it to me, right? Of the more than 1,000 bicycle deaths each year, three-fourths are caused by head injuries. Half of those killed are school-age children. One study concluded that wearing a bike helmet can reduce the risk of head injury by 85%. In an accident, a bike helmet absorbs the shock and cushion the head. Okay, so yes, please start doing this now, and you guys gonna have like 2 minutes. And if you are not ready, I'm gonna give you another 2 minutes. You can use synonyms or antonyms, or change a word form, or change something into passive or active voice. I believe you guys can do this. You can do this. And also, if you guys cannot paraphrase the whole thing, you can choose one sentence in this part and then paraphrase. Because we learned the 3 steps, right? The first one is choosing maybe a quote, and then we're gonna choose the keywords to paraphrase using one strategy and using 2 or more. So if you guys cannot paraphrase the whole thing, you can choose one sentence and paraphrase them because it's just for practice. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys another 2 minutes. And while you guys are doing this, I'm gonna read some of the sentences. So thank you, Lee Hansen. You're always really fast. Annually, three-fourths of 1,000 bicycling deaths are caused by head injuries. 50% of those killed are school-age children. Good. So you're choosing the first 2 sentences and you are moving the phrases. Three-fourths of 1,000 bicycling deaths are caused by head injuries. Very good. And then you are choosing the second sentence. You're moving half of those into 50%. Pretty good. So if you want to make it even more excellent, you can also paraphrase some of the words like cause into maybe derived from or originated from, or some of those words that have the same meaning as cause. If you want to make it even better. Okay. Anyone else who wants to share their answers, if I can put it into direct message, you guys are shy. Okay, I'm seeing another message. The bike helmet is useful in protecting the head and preventing bicycle accidents. Uh-huh. All right, and you are using some of these sentences and you are summarizing them. Okay. All right. So yeah, kind of thumbs up. So let's check one of the example and see how we can paraphrase the whole thing. So this is a paraphrase example. The use of a helmet is the key to reducing bicycling fatalities, which are due to head injuries 75% of the time. So let's compare these sentences or like in comparison to the first one. So the use of a helmet is in somewhere here. So wearing a bike helmet, the reducing bicycling fatalities is like bicycling deaths, reduce the risk of head injury, and then 75% of the time is from three-fourths. By cushioning the head upon impact, a helmet can reduce accidental injury by as much as 85%. Cushion the head, 85%, saving the lives of hundreds of victims annually, half of whom are school children. So hundreds of victims and school children are from the first sentence. So what do we learn from these examples? So you guys can change a lot. You guys can change maybe sentence to each other, phrases to each other, changing the numbers like three-fourths into 75%. Or you guys can choose important like parts of the original sentence into the new sentence. Oh, I'm having another. Thank you, Eugene. According to May 2019, a research stated that safety helmet can lower the danger of physical damage, which happens to approximately 750 cyclists per year. Wow, okay, that is very good. You are using a lot of strategies. You are using a research stated that. So you got like you guys are using stated, and then safety helmet, good, and physical damage, and then 750 cycle per year. It is a very good example. Okay, I think I'm gonna copy this one to the everyone chat here. So this is the example of Eugene just did. Very good. Okay, so now we have just practiced a bit. We're gonna move to the next activity. What have you learned from this workshop? So remember the Jamboard that we did earlier? For someone who joined late, we did a Jamboard in earlier, like talking about the problems that we have. So in the second page is a key takeaway. So please go into this Jamboard and say, like, tell me some of the things you learned from this workshop. So maybe like the paraphrasing strategy, or maybe about academic writing, or maybe anything that you learned from this workshop. Okay? And you're gonna have like about 2 minutes to do this. Okay, I'm gonna set the timer. Just please continue doing it. Here. Just anything you learned from the workshop. And then after that, we will go to the attendance record. Great. Okay, you guys are learning. Definition of paraphrasing strategies. Good. Strategies in paraphrasing. Improve ways to paraphrase. 6 types of paraphrasing strategies. Awesome. Of course, 6 types. Oh, 6 is a nice number, so I chose it. Using 2 or more paraphrasing strategies can save me from plagiarism. Yes, of course. They're gonna help you in turning in a lot. How to reorganize language. Yes, that is also one of the strategies that we learned. Paraphrasing strategies. Ah, it's a pink color. Oh, you guys can also change colors of it. Okay, great. So thank you. So let's come back to the first one. Before this workshop, you have the definition of paraphrasing. That is all true, and some problems of it, you struggle with find synonyms immediately. So you guys can use websites that I have just suggested, like Thesaurus and Oxford Merriam-Webster Dictionary, and then choose only the content and function words that are easy to paraphrase. And then use reporting verbs, so mostly like state, found, discuss, claim. So those are the reporting verbs. And how to make it shorter and concise. So if the sentence is too long, you can split it into different sentences and then misunderstand the author's ideas. So for this one, you guys have to read maybe the whole context, like the sentence near the sentence that you are reading, and then in order to understand it. Or you guys can search maybe the meanings of the ideas or of the words you don't understand in order to paraphrase it. Okay, so these are what you guys have learned. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's move to the next part. So here is the PAW website. You guys can go in here to find more resources. I'm gonna send a link to the group chat, to the Zoom chat. And here is a PAW website. And in the PAW website, when you click into resources, which is this one, you will see the resources made by the PAWs. So here are the resources. And my paraphrasing strategies project is in citing sources, paraphrasing strategies. So if you guys need to check, there will be all the strategies here, the 6 ones. And here is a QR code for the resources. And then secondly, this videos is also posted on our workshop YouTube video, PAW YouTube video. And here is our channel, PAW. So there's a lot of different videos like PAW brainstorming, topic selection, steps to a better first draft workshop. You guys can also check this one. Send the link Zoom chat. And then this workshop will also be posted later, maybe in 1 or 2 days. And then lastly is the Q&A sessions and attendance Google form. So please fill in this Google form to mark your attendance for this workshop. And the form will close 10 minutes after this workshop ends. So be sure to fill it soon because it's going to be closed soon. But please scan this QR code. And I will also send the link to the group chat if you want me to link. Okay, so here is the link of the attendance Google form. And in the meantime, you guys can also ask me any questions that you guys have about the workshop today, about paraphrasing, or about academic writing, or tips, anything. You guys can ask me. I'm gonna be here until 1 p.m. So feel free to ask. You can send me a direct message, or you can send me in everyone chat. Depends on you. And then after filling the Google form, you guys can exit the workshop, you guys are finished. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, thank you. No worries. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yes, the YouTube, the workshop recording is gonna be uploaded to YouTube channel soon, so you can go into the link I have just sent you here, and you can check it later if you want, or you can also share with your friends. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, it seems like everyone has just filled out a Google form. So we're gonna end this workshop here, and there are no any other questions. So if you guys have any questions, further questions, you guys can comment under our YouTube channel. And yes, thank you very much for watching, joining, and go through the Ultimate 6 Paraphrasing Strategies workshop with me. So that is the end of the workshop and the video, and thank you for coming. Bye.